Hello scholars, welcome back to our grammar world. In previous video we already started chapter 33, that was punctuation and capital letters, and today we are going to continue the same chapter, punctuation and capital letters. As you all know scholars, that this is our last chapter from grammar, and there is one more chapter 40, that is composition. About that we are going to discuss in interactive class, and I'm going to send you PDFs related to that. Okay, but I'm not going to send you video related to that chapter. Okay, so let's move towards the remaining part of the punctuation and capital letters. Yes scholars, in previous video we already studied about the full stop, question mark and exclamation mark, that when to use these symbols, when to use these punctuation marks in any sentence. As I told you that these are the symbols which we can use at the last of the sentence or while ending of any sentence. Now today we will see that when to use capital letters. Okay, when to use capital letters. So first of all, as you all know that whenever we are starting any sentence, while starting that sentence we should use capital letter in the starting of the sentence. Like here you can see one example, the birds are flying in the sky. So here first word is the, and the T is the first letter of that word. So T should always be in capital letter. Okay, because the word here, the word is the starting word of the sentence. So the first letter of the sentence should always be in capital letter. Next is the name of a day or a month. Whenever we are writing the name of a day or whenever we are writing name of a month, we should always start the name of that day or month with capital letter. Like here you can see one example, my birthday comes in the month of January. Okay, so here January is the name of a month, and so that we will start it with a capital letter. Always whenever we are writing name of a month or name of a day, we should start that name with a capital letter. Then next, the name of a language. If I am talking about any language, if I am talking about Gujarati, if I am talking about Malayalam, if I am talking about Marathi, so these are the name of a language, right? So if I am talking about all the names, then I have to use capital letter while writing that while writing the name of that languages. For example, you can see here, my mother tongue is Hindi. So Hindi is the name of a language, so that when I will write, I will use capital letter while writing the name of the language. Okay, then next is a proper name. Okay, proper name, proper noun. Whenever we are talking about particular one, okay, particular thing or particular person, we will use capital letter in starting of the word. Like here you can see one example, Vinita is my neighbor. So Vinita is a name of a girl. Vinita is a name of a girl. So here we are talking about a particular or proper person. So Vinita, we should be always capital whenever we are writing any proper name. Okay, next is when we are writing the name of a holiday. Like I usually go to orphanage on Diwali. Okay, Diwali is the name of a festival, or Diwali is the name of a holiday, we can say. So when I am writing this Diwali word, so at that time we will always use capital letter. Okay, and as Diwali is also a proper name. Diwali is not only a name of any holiday, it's a proper name also, name of a particular festival. Okay, next is a brand name. when we are writing about any brand name, when we are talking about brand's name, at that time that brand name should always start with capital letter. Like here you can see one example. I want a Puma track pant. Puma is the name of a brand. So when I will write Puma, I will use capital letter in starting of that word. Okay. Then next is the pronoun I. Whenever and wherever I am using this pronoun I, we should write capital I. If we are writing small I, then it's totally wrong. Okay, whenever we are using the pronoun I, we should write capital I. Like here you can see one example. I am eating chocolate. So here I is in starting of the sentence, so that it's capital. Okay, here it's fulfilling one rule. But if it comes in middle, even though we have to use capital I. Okay, because this pronoun I we have to write in capital form. Next is the first letter of a word of a direct quotation, which is a sentence. Like Ram said, here you can see one example. Ram said, please pass me some salt. Okay, see, direct and indirect I taught you in previous videos. Okay, and you know that when we are writing anything in quotation mark, this mark you can see can be called as quotation mark. When we are writing something in quotation mark, so at that time the sentence should always start with capital letter. Okay, that sentence should always start in capital letter. So these are the place where you have to be careful while using capital letter or small letters. Okay, so about two things we already finished, about the end marks, or about the symbols which we have to use while ending up or while stopping any sentence, like full stop. Full stop can also be called as period. Then second is exclamation mark. When we are expressing our emotions, we have to use, and at the same time we are ending up our sentence, so that we have to use exclamation mark. When we are asking question and we are making one interrogative sentence, at the last we have to use question mark. And in this video you learned about the capital letters, where to use these capital letters. Okay, now let's move ahead. Okay, now next symbol about commas we are going to study. Okay, commas, where to use and when to use commas. Okay, so before a coordinating conjunction, this I told you when I taught you about conjunction. Okay, I told you that before coordinating conjunctions we should use commas. Like here, before a coordinating conjunction that separates two independent clauses. So before one after one clause and before adding another clause in that, we will use comma, right? Let's see with one example. The cake was very hot. Okay, the cake was very hot. So word is working here as a conjunction. Which conjunction? Coordinating conjunction. Okay, so before so we can use comma here. The cake was very hot, so Jayanti used gloves to remove it from the oven. Okay, so here we are using coordinating conjunction. So before coordinating conjunction we can use commas. This you have to keep in your mind, that before coordinating conjunction, not after coordinating conjunction. If you are using after coordinating conjunction, if you are using commas, then it can go wrong. Okay, so before coordinating conjunction we should use comma. Then after introductory words, phrases or clauses in a sentence. Introductory words means, let's see with one example. Rahul, please lower the volume of the television. So Rahul word is working here as a introductory word. Okay, so Rahul, after Rahul we can use comma. Rahul, please lower the volume of the television. Okay, so Rahul word is working here as a introductory word. Then next is to mark words that interrupt or add information in a sentence. Let's see with one example. The chief guest announced. Okay, so here you can see in this example the chief guest is announcing something. Okay, he already announced something. So chief guest announced that Mayank. Okay, so we are adding some information here, that the chief guest already gave some announcement, and what he announced, that Mayank, we are adding some information, right? So after that we can add comma. Who was the class topper? This is also introduction of that word, right? Information of that word. Which word? Mayank. The chief guest announced that Mayank. Which Mayank? Who is Mayank? So who was the class topper? Again comma, was the student of the year. Okay, so by this you can understand that where to use commas, where to use commas, where to use capital letters, where to use full stop, question mark and exclamation marks. Okay, now there are so many things in punctuation, so many symbols are there, but in this year in your syllabus only this much you have to study, only these few symbols like full stop, question mark, exclamation mark, capital letters and commas. Okay, so scholars try to understand these minor things and try to remember all these things, so that it will be easy for you while punctuating any paragraph or any sentence. Okay, so in next video we will do a revision. Till that time complete your work, do practice again and again, and we will meet in next video. Take care. Bye bye.